I'm Laura Hutchison. I'm a minister with the United Church of Canada, and I'm also the mother of the groom. And in a tradition that began in 1951, when my grandfather, Neil Patterson, married my mother and my father, and then my father married my husband Ken and I, and here we are today carrying on in the family tradition. So I'm really happy to share that little bit of history with you. It's a joy and a privilege to be part of this wonderful day. Thank you for joining us as we gather on the traditional ancestral territories of the Atikameksheng, Anishinaabeg, and Wahnapitae First Nation on the grounds of the Robinson-Huron Treaty to celebrate the love of Victoria and Peter in the covenant of marriage. On National Truth and Reconciliation Day, we commit to a Canada that honors the First Peoples of Turtle Island and recognizes the hardships they've been subjected to and seek to build a future together. It is appropriate that today's ceremony takes place overlooking the Bay of Ramsey Lake, where Peter first learned to sail and where Victoria now teaches sailing. Their mutual love of seamanship and dedication to serving the youth of Canada through the Sea Cadet program helped spark the connection with them that we have watched grow over the last 9 years. As we begin, I just have a couple of announcements. Today we ask that you please turn your phones to silent and stay in your seats. Don't get up to take pictures, and let our photo and video team do their job. There will be an opportunity at the end of the ceremony to anyone who wishes to get a picture of the newlyweds at the altar. I'll let you know when that time comes. Following the ceremony, the reception will be held in the Valley Cavern inside Science North. There will be a map just inside the main entrance to guide you there. And we ask that the wedding party and immediate family remain outside following the ceremony for a few minutes for group photos. Please stand if you're able for the arrival of the wedding party.
I'll swim and sail on savage seas with ne'er a fear of drowning, and gladly ride the waves of life if you would marry me. No scorching sun nor freezing cold will stop me on my journey if you will promise me your heart.
And love me for eternity, my dearest one, my darling dear. Your mighty words astound me, that I've no need of mighty deeds when I feel your arms around me.
But I would bring you rings of gold, I'd even sing you poetry, and I would keep you from all harm if you would stay beside me.
I have no use for rings of gold. I care not for your poetry. I only want your hand to hold.
I only want you near me, to love, to kiss, to sweetly hold, for the dancing and the dreaming, through all life's sorrows and delights. I'll keep your love beside me. I'll swim and sail on savage seas with ne'er a fear of drowning, and gladly ride the waves of life if you will marry me.
Will marry
You may be seated. With fire and steel did the gods forge the Klingon heart. So fiercely did it beat, so loud was the sound that the gods cried out on this day, "We have brought forth the strongest heart in all the heavens. None can stand before it without trembling at its strength." But then the Klingon heart weakened. Its steady rhythm faltered, and the gods said, "Why have you weakened so? We have made you the strongest in all of creation." And the heart said,
I am alone.
and the gods knew they had erred, and so they went back to their forge, and they brought forth another heart. But the second heart beat stronger than the first, and the first was jealous of its power. Fortunately, the second heart was tempered by wisdom.
If we join together, no force can stop us.
When the two hearts began to beat together, they filled the heavens with a terrible sound. For the first time, the gods knew fear. They tried to flee, but it was too late. The Klingon hearts destroyed the gods who created them and turned the heavens to ashes. To this very day, no one can oppose the beating of two Klingon hearts. Now, let all of us gathered here today witness and celebrate the covenant of marriage between Victoria and Peter. These two have shared their desires, their longings, their dreams and memories, and have been committed to helping one another through good times and through difficult times. Today, their actions speak of their desire to share that commitment and love with each one of us, and to grow more deeply in their love for and relationship with one another. I have to ask you, Victoria and Peter, if either of you or any person here today knows of any lawful impediment why these two may not be married. I charge you to declare it now. And having heard none, I now ask you, Peter, son of Ken and Laura, does your heart beat only for this woman? Do you swear to join with her as husband and stand with her against all who would oppose you? Do you make this covenant of your own accord? Will you be honest with her and faithful to her as long as you both shall live? If so, please answer, I will.
I will.
And Victoria, daughter of Victor and Regan, does your heart beat only for this man? And do you swear to join with him and stand with him against all who would oppose you? Do you make this covenant of your own accord? Will you be honest with him and faithful to him as long as you both shall live? If so, please answer, I will.
I will.
Please repeat after me together. Together,
Together,
we make these promises,
we make these promises,
trusting not only in our own strength,
trusting not only in our own strength,
but in the faith
but in the faith
that together
no
force can stop us.
no force can stop us. Forgetting our lines.
Before you pull, I've got something to read.
Fall over.
And so, in the love of Victoria and Peter, we bind together two of Scotland's great clans, whose traditional rivalry stretches over the centuries. With this ribbon, made up of the clans, the tartans of the Clan McInnes and the Clan McNabb, we honor the ancient Celtic ritual of handfasting, the binding of hands that has been practiced by Celtic peoples for thousands of years. It represents the eternal bonds that will hold you two together as a married couple. This tartan is a constant reminder of the bond you form today and the sacred vow you make to one another. As this knot is tied, so are your lives bound. All the dreams of love and happiness you have both wished for are woven into this tartan, infused into its very fibers. May this binding serve as a firm foundation for your marriage, providing strength in times of struggle and a constant source of light during difficult times. May the knot you tie today serve as a reminder of the strength of your love, the commitment to one another you pledge this day, and the support you have as you continue to build your life together from your family. You may tie the knot. Can I ask you to hold that? Thank you. Peter and Victoria have chosen to exchange rings today that were passed on to them by loved ones. Their engagement ring is one that Peter's grandmother, Audrey, received from Jack on their 50th anniversary. So Peter's grandparents. It passed to me as Ken and I marked our 35th wedding anniversary, and I was pleased to be able to pass it on to Peter to give to Victoria as they decided to celebrate their love in the union of marriage. Today, Peter will receive the ring of his father, my husband Ken, and Victoria will wear that of her mother, Regan. I ask you to hold hands now as you prepare to say your vows to one another. And may I remind you that saying your vows is one thing, but nothing is more challenging than living them day by day. You have already faced many joys and challenges together, and your love and commitment to one another has helped you to come to where you are today. The promises you make today must be renewed today, tomorrow, and in every day that comes. Unto God, the universe, or whomever your beliefs call to, together we pray. Spirit of life, fill Victoria and Peter with love as they pledge themselves to one another. Amen. The bride may do her vows now.
My darling Peter, the day we My darling Peter, the day we met, we stayed up all night talking about history, art, your favorite drinks, food, and places to go. I'm so looking forward to spending our lives together, staying up way too late for a tea and a chat. You're so fun to be around. Though I still think it's important that we have our own hobbies, I love how much we shape each other by sharing our interests together. Be it watching Star Trek, playing board games, dressing up, we're always finding new ways to have fun together. I look forward to what new interests will grow together and spending the rest of our lives trying to give each other that silly smile. I love your inspiration for passion and fun. It's promised to keep trying to surprise you, even though you're the romantic one. I always love our date nights, and we'd try some new food together. When we first started dating, we'd go to a new restaurant and order whatever was number 3, because 3 is my lucky number. This way we would always be surprised and have something unexpected to enjoy. I promise to keep taking you out for dates and to try new things. And I promise never to share one dessert, instead get 2, that we can try more new things together. Peter also takes great care of me when I am sick. One time when we lived in different cities and were very far apart, I had a very bad cold. Peter sent me a care package. He arranged for a grocery service to bring me lemon tea, chicken soup, crackers, big bowl of fruit, and some cookies. I promise I will take care of you when you are sick and bring you soup. Peter is much better at making soup. I found that out recently. But I promise I will make you soup anyways, and I will try new recipes until I find one that is almost as good as yours. I promise I will always keep trying to show you how much I love you. I will prioritize having fun together. I will treat you with new surprises and always make time to enjoy our meal together. And I will care for you and hold you always. I love you.
You stole my opening. Victoria, my love, my queen, my Parmakai. It's hard to believe that it's been 9 years since you were dropped into my life. We both lit up and leaned in as we started to talk about everything. Art, history, sailing, pirates, literature, academia. The room faded around us, and you were surrounded by a haze, like the moment Wayne saw Cassandra in Wayne's World. And his mind was filled with the song Dreamweaver. I knew that day that if I was very, very lucky, I had found someone who would be a very important part of my life for a very long time. Our story didn't start out swept up in romance, though that would come too. Our friendship grew over years, so that by the time we were a couple, I had no question that it was forever. Our story is an epic, and today is another step in our journey. I'm supposed to stand here and make promises about our future, but it's hard to think of anything that doesn't pale next to the life we've shared. Shall I sail through raging seas with you? Been there. Shall I stand by your side as the world collapses around us? Done that. Cross 1,000 kilometers for a moment together. Sold hat. Celebrate one another in victory and support each other in defeats. Cherish the quiet moments. Work together to resolve conflicts. Listen to one another. It's already us. So what can I possibly vow to you today? I promise to keep turning the pages of our story to find that next adventure. I promise to split meals with you so we both get to try all the things. I promise not to send you pictures of spiders in the middle of the night, even if I think I'm helping. I promise to strive for the rest of my life to be the man I see in your eyes. I promise you my sword, my fealty, and my life, now and forever.
Now I'd like Ken to come forward. Today's a very special day for your family. Do you know what's happening today? This wedding is about being a family together. Pardon me?
It's almost ready.
Yes. It's already now. Your mom and dad are making some special promises to each other today, and they are going to need you to be a very good helper. You can help by being a loving son, by laughing together and playing together, by giving family hugs when they're sad, and growing together as a family. Will you try to do that?
Yeah.
Yes? I heard yes. Is there anything that you want to say to your mommy and daddy today?
Hi.
That's wonderful. Now they have something for you.
What? What is that? A ring? What is it?
The ring bearer needs a ring, yes?
Why?
You may take your seat now. Thank you, Ken. And now it's time that we sign the documents.
You doing this first?
Oh, I thought you did when you did your vows. No. You didn't? Okay. You can put the rings on each other's fingers. We sometimes do things out of order. It just happens. There we go. Now I'd like you to come with me and we'll sign the documents, and I think we have some music. that all who are present this day know that this man and this woman are married. You may kiss each other. You may take out your cameras now if you wish to capture your own photos of the newlyweds before they depart the altar. Please lower them again once the recessional march begins.
One more guess?
Ik gooi we weg.